Tin Aung Myo was born on December 26, 1953, in Nathul, Upper Burma, to Maung and Daw Aye Tin. During Daw Aye Tin's pregnancy, she experienced three dreams featuring a stout, shirtless Japanese soldier in shorts who claimed he would come to live with her and her husband. Tin Aung Myo first hinted at memories from a previous life around the age of 3 or 4. Her initial recollection occurred when an airplane passed over Nathul, causing her distress and tears. This fear persisted for several years. Around the age of 4, Tin Aung Myo expressed sadness, revealing that she longed for Japan. Gradually, she recounted details about her supposed past life as a Japanese soldier stationed in Nathul during World War II when the Japanese forces occupied Burma. According to her, she served as a cook, and her life ended during a strafing incident by an Allied airplane. Additional details emerged about her claimed past existence, including her origin in northern Japan, marriage, children, and ownership of a small shop before joining the army. Tin Aung Myo asserted that her demise occurred during the Japanese retreat from Burma, indicating the likely year of death as 1945. She vividly described the Japanese soldier's attire and actions during the strafing, emphasizing how he attempted to avoid the bullets but succumbed to a fatal injury in the groin. Despite sharing these compelling details, Tin Aung Myo could not recall proper names, such as the soldier's name or the specific location in Japan. Consequently, efforts to verify her statements and identify corresponding individuals in Japan proved fruitless. However, her account aligned with historical events in Nathul during the Japanese Army's evacuation from Upper Burma. Daw Aye Tin remembered a friendly cook in the Japanese Army stationed there, but she was uncertain about his fate. Tin Aung Myo exhibited behaviors distinct from her family's norm, but aligned with those characteristic of a Japanese soldier. Her aversion to the hot climate and spicy cuisine of Upper Burma, coupled with a preference for sweet foods and a partiality for consuming fish half raw, though not entirely raw, unlike some Japanese practices, underscored these differences. She frequently conveyed a deep yearning to return to Japan, at times lying on her stomach and expressing profound homesickness through inconsolable tears. Additionally, she harbored resentment towards British and American individuals when they were discussed in her presence. One of Tin Aung Myo's most notable traits was her pronounced tomboyish behavior. Insisting on donning men's attire and adopting a boyish hairstyle led to a significant conflict at her school. School authorities insisted she adhere to the appropriate dress code for girls, prompting her to withdraw from school at around the age of 11. The lack of formal education constrained her occupational choices, and when initially encountered in 1974, she eked out a modest living selling food at the nearby railway station. From an early age, Tin Aung Myo exhibited a fascination with soldierly activities, playfully engaging in the role. During her father's trips to Mandalay, she would request toy guns as playthings, a pastime not shared by her 3 sisters and lone brother. Participating in traditionally boys' games like football and cane ball further highlighted her inclination toward activities outside typical gender expectations. Although her parents had 3 daughters before her birth and had hoped for a son, it is crucial to note that this preference did not translate into actively encouraging Tin Aung Myo's masculine behavior. Despite her mother's strong opposition to her daughter's choice of masculine clothing, her father appeared to be more lenient, though his perspective was not directly conveyed, as he had passed away before the case was examined. As Tin Aung Myo matured, her adherence to masculine traits persisted in her sexual orientation. She continued to attire herself in men's clothing and displayed no interest in marrying a man. Instead, she expressed a desire to have a wife. Identifying strongly as a man, she disapproved of being labeled as a woman. When addressed with the female honorific Ma by Yuan Maung, my colleague in Burma, she requested to be called Maung, the honorific for boys, or preferred no honorific at all. During an interview, she even conveyed that she would willingly accept any method of ending her life if assurance were given that she would be reborn as a man. Tin Aung Myo's family embraced her explanation for her unique case, attributing her sexual orientation to a past life as a man. They similarly accepted her other unconventional behaviors, linking them to the purported previous life as a Japanese soldier. This case exemplifies an unsolved instance of the reincarnation phenomenon. Tin Aung Myo did not provide specific and verifiable details that would enable the identification of a particular deceased individual corresponding to her memories. However, her statements about the past life appeared plausible, and her array of unusual behaviors aligned with her claim of having been a Japanese soldier previously. The question of whether these phenomena originated solely from parental influence or stemmed from complex motives within Tin Aung Myo herself remains a topic of contention.